All right. The 2021 Fall Classic Rope Horse Futurity starts right now. Draw number 3. Brought to us by Sabre Quarter Horse Ranch. This is the first stallion of the day we're going to be looking at. A Rey of Dually. Barn name Henry. Ridden by Keely Bonnet. Brother Cash on the front end. On a former Futurity winner, I believe. You bet. It's going to be a 7-2-3, 7-2-3 in the field. +1 on the box, so -1, -1, +1 of being a total score of 70. Total score of 70 with that 7-2-3. We're going to be looking at Von Worken. Rider's name is going to be Casper. Roy Casper is going to be riding Von Worken's horse here, and we called this one a Rooster Is Playin. Going back to Gallo di Cello. Playing with lightning. Going back to Plagan on the bottom. You bet. So it was an 8.06. All right, so judge number 1 is going to be a 74.5, 74.5. And judge number 2 is going to be 73.5, 73.5 for a total of 220. And a time score of 72, 72. So a total score of 220 across the board. Let's go to draw number 7. We're going to be looking at Magnum. Here is Magnum. That was a head horse Cody scratched earlier. All right. We're looking at Hillbilly Hollows. They brought us Magnum. 2015 born gelding, being rode by Cody Potts here today. Dawson Graham on the front end. And it's going to be an 8-1-6, 8-1-6 in the field on the first one here for Hillbilly Hollows and Magnum. And judge number 1, we're looking at a 73.5, 73.5, and a 73, and a 72. 72 on the time, so we're total running score of 218.5. Draw number 8, we're going to be looking at a Siouxper Fine Doc, brought to us by Stacy Bailey. We're looking at a 6-year-old quarter horse mare, one of the first mares we've seen here today. Sloan Smith doing the roping here today. Good shot, friend. We're looking at a 7-0-8. 7-0-8 in the field. 71.5. And a 70 for judge number 2. And your time score is going to be 73. 73 for the time score for a running total of 214.5. All right, so this is 9. We're 1 too far. There it is. 9-2-1, Connie Cassidy's horse. We're looking at Sultan Valentino, ridden by Logan Spady, of course. So 9-21. Judge number 1's coming in with 73.5, 73.5 from judge number 1. Judge number 2 is going to be a 73.5 as well. 71 on your time score for a 218. 218 for number 9 and Sultan Valentino. Draw number 11, we're going to be looking at Keely Bonnet's going to be riding one for Ryan Burke. DT Hickory Lena Lolly. Here's a 4-year-old mare. 4-year-old mare going back to Hickory Holly time by one-time Pepto. Shining spark on the bottom side. And there'd be, good job. It's going to be a 6-3-9, 6-3-9 in the field. Good run, gentlemen. Judge number 1 is going to be a 75 and a 73 from judge number 2 and a 74 on your timed to be a running total score of 222 for DT Hickory Lena Lolly. Let's go to draw number 12. Draw number 12. Here come the Fawcett family with M.M. Wily Rangler. Matt Fawcett, owner-operator. Here be a 5-year-old gelding. Here's a team I've enjoyed watching over the last 1.5 to 2 years. You betcha. Good job, fellas. It's going to be an 8-8-2. Judge number 1's going to be a 73. 73. 73 as well from judge number 2. And a 72 on the time for a running time and running total of 218. Number 13, we're back to Pekisko Creek Ranch and SLR Won Smart Cat. They call her Frankie. Another mare in the field here in the Heelan here today. She is a 5-year-old. Of course, being ridden by Spencer Rutherford. Peter Buse at the front end. And it's going to be a 6.64 plus a barrier. So that's going to be a 74.5 from judge number 1, 73.5 from judge number 2. Time score is going to be a 64-12 for SLR Won Smart Cat. Here be number 14. We're looking at Casper Roy, owner and rider of this 6-year-old gelding they call Meradas Blu Chic. Going back to Smart Chick O Lena on the bottom side. You bet Casper can get one done. It's going to be an 826. 826. 73.5 from judge number 1. 73.5 for judge number 2. 72 for a time score for a total of 219. 219 for Casper Roy and Meradas Blu Chic. Let's go to draw number 15. Draw number 15. We're going to be looking at CRR Snack O Lena being ridden by Ty Ellis here today. Sabrina, Gertie, and Clayton Stadnick, the owners of this one here. We are looking at a 5-year-old quarter-horse mare. A little bit of Dual Pep, a little bit of Doc O Lena. Well, that'll work. It's going to be a 733. Judge number 1 is looking at a 72. Judge number 2, 72 as well, with a time score of 73 and a running total of 217. 217 for CRR Snack O Lena. Let's go to number 19. Number 19, we are looking at Sugar Play Bar. Sugar Play Bar is going to be a 5-year-old gelding brought to us from Mr. Hugh White. And Brett Buss doing the healing on him here today. Helper's going to be Tyrell Fuelling. Sugar Play Bar going back to Play Gun on the top. All right. Well, it's going to be a 923. 923. Judge number 1 showing us a 74. 74 from judge number 2 as well. 71 on your timed score for a running total. 219 for Sugar Play Bar and Brett Buss. Let's go to draw number 20. Draw number 20, we're looking at Spooks Gotta Swing. Kyle Wilson's bringing us one from Kelvin Fox. We're looking at a 4-year-old gelding here. Four-year-old gelding going back to Gray Starlight by Peppys Sam Badger, of course. Good job. 819. 819 is your time. We're looking at a 72.5. 72.5 from judge number 1. 72.5 from judge number 2. Time score 72 as well for a running total of 217. 217. 21, we're looking at Tyrell Gordon is bringing us Wimpys Dual Pep. 4-year-old gelding. 4-year-old gelding going back to Wimpy, stepping out by Wimpy's little step by new checks to cash. Hey, look at here, Dual Pep on the bottom side. All right, it's going to be a 613 plus a barrier. 613 plus a barrier. Scores are being tabulated. Judge number 1 is showing us 69.5, 69.5. 70.5 from judge number 2. 64 on the timed score for a running total of 204, 204. Draw number 23, we're looking at Kagan Schmidt. He's bringing us Lovin Him Is Red. Barn name Roxy, going to be a mare. 6-year-old quarter horse mare. Here's one that's going back to Gallo de Cello. Yep. She's going to be a +5 in the field, 7.08 plus 5. 73 from judge number 1. 73 from judge number 1. Number 2. 72.5. And a 68 on your time score for a running total of 213.5. 213.5 for Kagan Schmidt and Lovin Him Is Red. Let's go to number 24. Number 24, here's another Dean Tufton horse by Kaylee Bonnet. 6-year-old mare by Dual Spark by Dual Pep. Coming out of a mare, direct mare of Paddy's Irish Whiskey. Here's a bred horse. You bet they're going to be clean in the field and be a 648. 6:48. Good run, gentlemen. Judge number 1 is going to be a 74.5, 74.5, and judge number 2 is going to be a 74.5 as well. Time score 74 for a running total of 223. It's going to be a running total of 223. Good run. Draw number 25. Dylan Graham is bringing us one from Goggler Quarter Horses in Manning. We're looking at a 4-year-old. It is. We're looking at a 4-year-old stud from Goggler Quarter Horses. Cat Spin by Cat's Headliner by Highbrow Cat. Right there. There's your first stud of the day. It's going to be a 682. 682 in the field. Judge number 1 is going to be a 73. 73 from judge number 1. 73 from judge number 2 as well. And a 74 on your timed for a 220. For a running total of a 220. All right. Let's go to RF of Mister Boon. Brought to us from Mr. Von Worken. Being rode by Casper Roy here today. We're looking at a 6-year-old gelding. Six-year-old gelding by Mr. Boon by Pepto Boonsmall. This would be draw number 26, and they're going to be 884, 884. Judge number 1 is going to be a 72. 71.5 from judge number 2. 72 on your timed for a running total of 215.5. 215.5 for RF Mr. Boon and Von Worken and Casper Roy. All right. All right, let's go to draw number 27. Draw number 27, Pekisco Creek Ranch is going to bring us another one here. Mr. Spencer Rutherford is aboard SLR Won Smart Cat. 4-year-old gelding here, friends, from Pekisco Creek Ranch. Smart Chickalina by Smart Little Lena. It's going to be a 753, 753 plus a barrier. So a 74 from judge number 1, 74. 72.5 from judge number 2, your time score. 63 on your time score for a running total of 209.5, 209.5. All right, over the page we go. We're rolling through them here, friends. If you're just joining us, you got Logan Spady doing the healing. It's going to be Dunnits Hickory Gun. It's a 5-year-old stallion, going to be 74 from judge number 1. 73 from judge number 2, your time score. 73 as well for a running total of 220. 220. All right. Peppys Stylin Lena. Peppys Stylin Lena. We're looking at a 5-year-old gelding. Was second at the Leonard Schmidt Memorial Futurity. Top 5. Rosebud Classic Futurity in Oklahoma City. Aboard Peppys Stylin Lena. You bet. Good run, gentlemen. 651, 651 in the field. Judge number 1 is going to be a 72.5. 73.5 coming from judge number 2. 74 on your time score for a running total of 220. All right, over the page we go. We're going to go to number 31. Number 31, we're going to look at Cash Bonnet this time. Cash Bonnet, the owner here, Dylan Graham, doing the healing on Very Smart Boonlight. Technology is a wonderful thing, is it not? All right, 76, 75.5 from judge number 2, time score 74 for a running total of 225.5. 225.5 for Mr. Cash Bonnet and Dylan Graham on Very Smart Boonlight. All right, let's get rolling right along. Here's lot number 32. I keep saying that. Maybe I'll get trained by the 5th round. Yeah. All right, Hillbilly Halls are bringing us another one. Mr. Cody Potts, Big Shine In Cowtown. We're looking at a 5-year-old stallion. Here's your second stallion of the day. Yes, sir. It's going to be a 902. 9 and 0-2 for a total of 72 for judge number 1, 74 from judge number 2, 71 on your time score for a total of 217, and Hillbilly Hollows in Big Shine in Cowtown. Draw number 34, we're looking at Thomas Kaiser, owner-operator of He's a Smokin' Gunner. We're looking at a 5-year-old gelding here. Tyler Johnson doing the front end helping. He's a Smokin' Gunner by He's a Hot Gunner by Colonel's a Smokin' Gun. Oh boy, Tommy. Going to be a 674. All right, judge number 1's going to be a 74. Judge number 2 is going to be 73.5. Time score coming in 74 in your time for a running total of 221.5. 221.5 for Thomas Kaiser, and He's a Smokin' Gunner. Let's go to number 35. Number 35, we're looking at a 6-year-old gelding brought to us by Mr. Logan Spady. Gotta Have Drive. Gotta Have Drive by High Drive Cat, by Highbrow Cat, out of a Smart Little Lena mare. Well-bred little pony right here, Mr. Logan Spady. All right, it's going to be a 644. 644 plus 10, or a barrier, I guess. Judge number 1's going to be 74.5. 74.5, judge number 1. Judge number 2, 74.5. And a 64 on your timed for a running total of 213. All right, we got to go right back to the beginning here, friends.